Hello folks, my name's David Edgar. I'm the host of Heart and Hand, the Rangers podcast, and I'm joining you today after Rangers' domestic season pretty much came to an end with another shambolic, pathetic, spineless away day in Edinburgh. The commentator on the match tonight actually used the phrase in the second half, the Rangers fans will be shocked by what they're seeing from their team today. No, we weren't. Because this team are Jekyll and Hyde. They are one side in Europe and they're one side domestically. For me, I think we saw the beginning and the end of a lot of Rangers' careers tonight, because the hard questions need asked. A lot of these guys have been here a while, and when the going gets tough, they hide. And they did that again tonight. We saw this game a month ago. We knew what Hearts were going to do, and they did it. And Rangers collapsed again. And it's no longer acceptable. These guys can't change. They've had umpteen chances to change, and they don't. This is what they do when it gets pressured. Ryan Kent gave the game away midweek when he said, we prefer playing in Europe because there's less pressure when we're underdogs. Well, that's no good to Rangers. To play for Rangers, you need to be able to deal. It's heavy, this shirt, and it can crush players, and unfortunately it's done that to a lot of these guys, and it's a shame because we like a lot of them. They're some good players, they've got talent, they've shown it in patches, but they're not going to win trophies for us, and at the end of the day that's what matters. And questions will be raised about the manager now, and understandably so. A second season with no silverware, and his Scottish Cup record is awful, in all honesty. One final out of 4, not good enough for Rangers. It really is that simple. And Europe is great and we enjoy it, but it's very much the dessert, and Rangers fans are kind of starving for a decent main course, and we're just not getting it from this side. I think part of the problem with the manager is he's got far too much faith in guys who continually let him down. Tavernier, Goldson, and even Jack, who is a player I like, but he's been missing the last couple of months. Stephen Davis, awful again today. Rangers had no midfield at Tynecastle again today. As for up front, woeful. The big news before the game was that Alfredo Morelos had been dropped because he was late returning from an agreed trip to Colombia. And again, that's another sign of, I think he's mentally checked out now. I think he is on his bike in the summer. And how many times did we bend over backwards for him? Even if he'd played today, given the way he's been playing the last 2 months, would it have made any difference? It's hard to say. Rangers were so bad in the second half in particular. There was a 25-minute spell where it was embarrassing, where Rangers' heads completely went collectively, and they couldn't pass, they couldn't win a 50-50, they would run into trouble, they would give the ball away in the edge of the box. From that it led to the goal. Yet another mistake by Tavernier at Tynecastle that cost us, with a back header. Alan McGregor didn't cover himself in glory, he went for it and didn't get there, and it was then turned into the box where Bozanic was waiting to tap it in. And the worst part is I've got no complaints. Hearts were much better than us again, and the manager's biggest problem is he doesn't learn. Anyone who watches these videos will know I'm a Steven Gerrard fanboy, but it's the same thing happening all the time. And there comes a point where you think, when Gerrard took us over, we were on our knees, and he has lifted us back, and he has progressed us, and he has brought us back our self-respect. But can he then take us this next step? And that's a legitimate question at this point. If he continues to trust in these players, then unfortunately, I think that is going to do it for him. I think he lost a lot of Rangers fans tonight, and when you do that, it's tough. Tonight was Warburton, Murty, take your pick. It really is uncomfortably reminiscent of Paul Le Guen, in all honesty, where the European performances were wonderful, but the domestic performances could often be shocking. And I don't doubt, by the way, that from now to the end of the season, this team will be brilliant in the league, because there's no pressure and it doesn't matter. And they'll play some great football and probably score lots of goals. Doesn't matter. To play for Rangers, you've got to have heart. You've got to be able to run through brick walls, and I wouldn't trust this team at the moment to run through a paper one. They just hide when the going gets tough. And Hearts got there. Yes, it was a mistake for our goal, but they missed other chances. We only made 2, George Edmondson with 2 headers, and the team that showed up on Thursday weren't there tonight, and this is not new. If it was a one-off, as bitterly disappointing it would be, we could take it. But this has been every away game since the turn of the year. and it's the second year in a row that it's happened. So big questions ahead. I don't know where Gerrard goes from here. What I do know is if he's to go into a third season, he can't take a lot of these players with. You can't get rid of all of them, I get that. And there will be players in there who will flourish if they're beside leaders. But I think Steven Gerrard needs to maybe change his idea of what a leader in the Scottish game is, because it ain't a Connor Goldson, for example. Brilliant the other night, awful again today, awful at St Johnstone. And I think the Rangers badly need to look at what they're doing. The 4-3-3 is not going to win us trophies in Scotland. Again, brilliant for Europe. Save it for Europe. Bring it out for Europe. Not going to work here for us. And if Rangers cannot, unfortunately, deliver as silverware, Rangers managers don't last. It's that simple. Thank you for listening to me, folks. I'll be back on Wednesday night after Hamilton. I dare say there'll be a lot less of you watching than watching this. But we are Bears and we keep going, even on days like this. But thank you very much for listening to me. I'll talk to you again Wednesday. Take care. Bye-bye.